Okay, finally, there is tension in Aso Rock because the because according to report, it's been reported that substances were found in Amdekanu's body, and from what we are hearing now, the medical department there in the United States of America are questioning, the Nigerian Medical Association as regards the test they gave to Nnamdi Kanu 5 months back. They said it's as if, because from the symptoms, Nnamdi Kanu has been complaining of stomach ache, vomiting, and what have you. And we know what Elrufai said not recently. They said a chemical has been imported by the NSA to the president. What is your take as regards this?
Yes, we saw it very clearly. It was very, fearful when you see the former CBN governor after visiting DSS custody. He died mysteriously. Malaifa, that was the report. Nigeria never knew what was actually going on. How that man died mysteriously because he rose against the Fulani, he speak against the Fulani, he speak against the killings in the north perpetuated by these people. All of a sudden, you can see the dragging by government from one DSS office to another. All of a sudden, the man slumped, and that was the story, the last story we hear. Yes, the US government has gotten a report, that the US Department of Health and Human Services are likely to present a certain report, or they have already presented that report according to the report news that is building based on the revelation that Elrufai put on the public there, that has caused serious fear and tension within the Aso Rock, within the police, and of course within the custody, detained places, or detained cells within the Nigeria, and what is actually going on. How can the Republic actually allegedly to have imported such a nuclear weapon they call the telluride sulfate, odorless but very dangerous? And at which year was that thing actually imported? That's the questions the US team is asking the world to find out, from Poland, how that actually found his way to Nigeria, and to get in contact with the company to investigate the year actually whether it aligned with when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was actually abducted, because there was a time Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was complaining of severe pains, stomach, the rest of them. There was panic, and that triggered his medical report to be published, and then at the time we hear that the Nigeria Medical Association was actually involved, the NBA was actually involved. At the end of the day, they push that narrative up and down and down. The Igbo nation should not be silent if this revelation is actually coming, because it is a worrisome development, and the investigations will be carried out to find out whether that importation of such chemical has been alleged by Elrufai was recent, or during when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was abducted in Kenya. Remember, there were several stories about the maltreatment of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in DSS custody, and from the activities we are seeing, that is a very dangerous and toxic chemical that has the capacity to kill somebody within a year, 2 years, 3 years, gradually, depending on the dosage that was pumped into the expected area at any expected time. That will determine whether you have to stay 2 days or 3 days or 1 year or blah, 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 for the whole thing eat up your nerve systems, and of course cause a heavy damage. And you remember there was something they said that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was suffering as at that time. Now it has to do with inflammatory heart or other health challenges. So they needed to go to Saudi Arabia, to South Africa, to conduct that test, and that is how the whole thing played out. And so when this thing actually came up, to tell you that the entire world is eyes on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and we are surprised to see the report that, or the alleged report that the US Department of Health and Human Services has gotten the attention of the US government and other people, around the world to order a proper investigation with in collaboration or an independent investigation to be able to be carried out to ascertain the position of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's health and well-being, with the fear that the possibility of such sulfate, toxic chemical weapon, it's a chemical weapon, because when something is odorless, you know, they can put it anywhere without you feeling it. It just go to the air. It works like a nuclear weapon. You know, and before you know it, it begins to dismantle, you know, your nerve system, your breathing, and all the rest of them. You know, so you can see this thing can get to a point that people begin to develop all manner of sickness and all that. So, and now we are seeing that ever since this issue was raised within the Asoro, revelation came from Erufai. God maybe want to expose them. We have seen this struggle to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu quickly by the federal government. So, and it has raised a serious dust now that what is going to happen has Nnamdi Kanu you need to have a private doctor, an independent doctor from Israel, to visit Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be able to do a proper check whether he is under the effects of such alleged chemical imported, and what is the purpose of federal government, the Badu, importing that chemical. We need to know the year, the time that chemical was imported. Of what purpose is this chemical? There's no how that the federal government will not deny that, but what investigation going on in Poland now, they will be able to ascertain the year and what, because the American government is very conscious of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The Israeli government is very conscious of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The Russian government, I'm talking about allies of Biafra. I can mention it to you now. We have Germany 1, we have Russia 2, we have America 3, we have Israel 4, we have Australia. Currently now, who are working, who are seeing, who are presenting, who are carrying out, you know, the advanced, sophisticated diplomatic, you know, summit to make sure that when Biafra is finally announced, the takeoff of that nation will be smooth and, you know, stress-free. Because the funding and everything will be provided at the end of the day. So you can see these nations now are the one who are trying to find that, because they have seen Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to have met that standard of a freedom fighter, you know, non-violent approach to freedom. And that's what makes IPOB the largest peaceful, most peaceful freedom fighting movement in the world. Nobody has taken that record from him up to this moment. Undisputable. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu still hold the top secret of the IPOB formation till today. He can have access to 1, 2, but the third one, nobody have that secret. It is only IPOB leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that have that secret. And that secret is that he is going to be the one, after the verification of the United Nations on our constitutional government verified the crown of constitution we are going to have at the end of the day. And because the way I'm saying it, Biafra is going to be a secular nation operating on Christian values. As simple as that. A secular nation that will be and that's what the United Nations want to see. I remember, you know, those documents are already there. They have seen it. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the only person that the world is going to engage for a proper takeoff of Biafra. And they don't want to see anything happen to him. And that is why we are hearing that some of the lobbyists within the Trump government are already putting that in place and sending serious signal to the Asuro, you know, and all the security agencies and independent, you know, advocate organizations to begin to call for a proper checkup, and if possibly they bring in an Israeli expert doctor, you know, to come and conduct a thorough check on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be able to understand clearly that such chemical has not been tested or been used against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
One of the people that are pushing for this checkup to be to go through is the former friend of, or the friend of Nnamdi Kanu, Susie Willie, who is the current chief of staff to the president of America, Donald Trump. She's saying that from their findings that this man because of what Nnamdi Kanu have been complaining about consistent stomach ache, vomiting and what have you, that that Nnamdi Kanu must be checked. At the same time, do you not think she's putting her own little effort to make sure that Nnamdi Kanu is out and Biafra is fully restored?
Of course, that is her duty. She has come in contact with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Was the one that pushed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to the GOP members, to the Republican senators. And so we must give it to Sizu Willis, years back, even before he came into power. We also give it to Melania Trump. We also give it to Baron Trump. We also celebrate Dr. Ngozi Rabeze, whatever. We also call out Simon Ekpa, for the massive contribution to get the global US attention to the plight of Biafrans all over the world. Of course, the position of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu currently now. Yes, it's not far-fetched. Sizu Willis must have his reasons when he got that report from US Department of Health and Human Services, and they decided to alert the relevant authorities to be able to carry out an investigation. Yeah, the US government have access. They will always have access to classified information, no matter how confidential it is. They never believe that they will make it public when they discovered that Nigeria was lobbying the US government $9 million. It was published by a Washington-based media platform called African Confidential. They never believe. They are the one that told them to make it public too, and they made it public. Nigeria didn't want it to be public. So if they believe, as reported, that they have access to classified information and they are questioning, are trying to find out the company in Poland, are trying to do other things and find out whether this chemical was actually used or not, what does it actually exist, how can such thing come into the country, without, yes, of course, now the government will have some level of, look at what happened to that journalist from Saudi Arabia, how they mysteriously killed him. And up to today, nobody has been able to. From what we got, they said they poured him chemical and inside his hotel room and flushed him in the toilet. The chemical melted him completely to water, and they flushed him out. And the growing concern ever since El-Rufai made that statement, because these guys are extremely dangerous. And I think the Igbo leaders should begin to take note, the world should begin to take note over the concerns of this chemical being used unnecessarily against people or voices of resistance in Nigeria.
Okay, thank you.